course. To make a breakout section, switch to the cutting plane line layer, although the cutting plane line pattern may not appear because the lines we're going to be drawing are going to be so small, because you're going to be using, this time, the polyline command. It's also called P-line, as you see there. We're going to pick this command, and we can't have ortho on for this, because we need our line pattern to be random. It could be linear for the most part, like you saw in the example, but in reality it could just be any pattern you'd like it to be, okay? And it just wraps around the opening that you're going to create. Okay, there's lots of different ways you can do it. This will be the area in which you change the hidden lines to object lines, and in this area here. I've already done that right here. Anything on the right or inside the broken out section should be visible. Everything else would be hidden. Now I need to show you how to hatch. Switch to the section layer and make it current. Hatch is right here. You could hover over to learn how to use it. Pick hatch. We're going to use the default hatch for metal, which is ANSI 31. There's different ways in which you can work on hatching. There's pick points and select are the most common. Pick points means to select objects inside parts, whereas select means to pick boundaries. Since our feature has too many random shapes, we're going to use the pick points option. You pick points, you select an area in here, the computer is going to calculate and find a closed section. If there are any gaps anywhere, this will not work, and you have to go and find your openings and make sure they are closed. Typically you hatch sections one at a time. In other words, you're not going to pick them both at the same time. Click on Close Hatch Creation, and there it is. Okay, let me brighten up the section line pattern so you can see it. There it is right there. Let's hatch this section here. Pick hatch. The default ANSI 31 is still active. Pick points. Select this section here. It matches the pattern, by the way, to everything else in the drawing. Associative is set. You don't need to change anything else up here at this time. Click Close Hatch, and there's our hatch. Now that feature is complete. The next step is to add our dimensions. Adding dimensions you basically can do by picking the correct command for each type of dimension. These three are diameter dimensions. This is a linear dimension. This is a radius dimension because it's a radius. To use a radius dimension, you would select the arc, and this may show up as part of the feature, and that's the radius. After you place a dimension on a drawing, sometimes the computer itself will choose where it wants it to go. You need to sometimes grab these scripts and move them to wherever you would like. So dimension the object. What I need to show you is how to add text to these dimensions. They're called prefixes and suffixes, like you see here. And I also need to teach you how to add leaders, like you see here. Okay? A leader is not a dimension. A leader is a note or an annotation. Diameter, select a feature, it defaults there. Let me pull this out. Now properties needs to be on. If property is not on, as you see here, pick the diameter, right click, go to properties. This window will pop up, and you're going to have to look for an area called dim prefix and dim suffix. In our case, we want to add this you see here. I've already done so. This is what it looks like. I added a space before the first word. That way there's a space here, comma, and then continue. For the drill hole, space, drill. Everything in capital letters. This is a suffix, space, x 4 holes means times 4 holes. Now for leaders. This is a leader here. Pick leader, grab something you want to snap onto. Sometimes if you want to grab a line and you can't grab its specific feature, this is where you activate an object snap called nearest. Nearest is now on. So I'll pick nearest. Okay, if ortho is on, I won't be able to pull at an angle, and we're supposed to. So if you can't pull it at an angle, take off ortho, pull off to the side, make sure you go long enough for the arrow to show, click, this will be created, and the text command begins. The text height is a certain height, so you need to change that. Text height is 0.125. Change the text height before you start typing in your text. Your text style should also be selected, so you need to find your text style and use that one. So there's my name. Sometimes it does go back, so I had to change that there. Okay. Close the text editor, and it's done. Use leader for the words, fills, and rounds. And then I used the leader but didn't add any text by just snapping onto here. Kind of like doing this. Enter, close text editor. Then I could just pick this, pick another arrow, grab to here, and just hit the escape key, and I don't have any text at all. Add all your text. I believe that covers all the details and features of this object. Center lines extend 0.25 on either side. Everywhere. Line type scale for center lines is sometimes even smaller. Remember, I was referring to the line type scale for these parts as 0.5. Sometimes you want the pattern to be more, 0.25. Okay? It's a personal preference that you can choose. This is the end of lesson 1A.